It is a Chamber of Commerce afternoon here in the Peach State of Georgia. We've got the roof open, wide open, and we are ready for football at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Oilers and the Atlanta Falcons. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Bridgewater now. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Landry. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
13 yards on the play. And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Set, hut, 6 yards, 58, come on. Go, go, go.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He's down right here, he's down on the right.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Landry, the intended target. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Allen. He'll let this go, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. I got him. 58. Run it.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw, Bridgewater. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Throwing, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Bridgewater now from the 50. And this one complete to Reed. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Check 4, check 4.
First down, Bridgewater. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Bridgewater. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Now Will Lutz, who went to college a stone's throw from here at Georgia State, comes on for the field goal attempt. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Travis Homer with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Here's Bridgewater. And he whips that one incomplete there. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, it's all right. We own them. We own them. Mike 38. Mike 38. Mike 38. I smell fear in that offense.
Bridgewater to throw it. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And the ball is knocked out. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I got you. Check your hot read.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Bridgewater. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Here's Bridgewater. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense? Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. D Ford in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Allen going to throw. That one into the hands of Hamilton. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Landry now on the return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Bridgewater. And his throw is going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So drive 1, they had the field goal. Drive 2, touchdown. And now here on drive 3, looks like they're going to have to punt.
At least they were finally able to reverse the trend because giving up the field goal, then the touchdown, it's almost like they finally got to the offensive side of the ball and said, okay, we've got the system to shut you down.
And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not any chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Oilers.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Go! Go! 58 for Mike, 58.
From the gun, it's Allen. It's complete to Fuller. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
58. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have once again taken the lead. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Rosas to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Oilers 14, Falcons 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Watch QB drop. 48 to Mike. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Check 48's to Mike. Check 48.
After the sack on first down, Bridgewater. That's complete to Smith. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And an alley to run. He's at the 30. 10. For touchdown, Falcons. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen to throw. To throw again. He's got Fuller. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Travis Homer with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys have now moved out in front. Rosas now to add the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. He's going to let this one go deep. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Bridgewater now. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll throw again. Bridgewater going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Travis Homer, 42 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking to throw on second down. Bridgewater. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards. The play fake, Bridgewater. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. Now it's Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Shift. Watch the shift. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Watch the eye.
They run again with Carson. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. I don't think you got it, son. Check it back. Hey, watch out. Shit.
A first down carry for Smith. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
They go back to the ground, this time Clement. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. And Lutz puts this one through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
High 7. Check, 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 check. 58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D.
Allen off the play fake. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston. Travis Homer, 75 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. He spins free. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Bridgewater on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
48, 48, Mike. 48, Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. And this one complete to Smith. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And again, it's Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that lead is back down to 9 now. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. This is Homer. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression I like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, and college. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. Fuller brings it in over the middle. Now the ball comes loose, and the Falcons grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
58, boys, 58.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
First down, Houston.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Airing it out for Hamilton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen throwing again. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And what's the ball? Good. 58 to Mike. Watch the run. 58, right over there. Right over there.
Allen now on first down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Allen again. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Bridgewater looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You ain't doing nothing today. I got you, son. Mark 38. Mark 38.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. A give to Smith out of the gun. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Carson, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first and 10, Bridgewater. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run? Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, an 80-yard touchdown. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. Wide open receiver complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Bridgewater. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Travis Homer, 36 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Rosas to add the extra point. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think. I wasn't a quarterback. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Ed Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Bridgewater to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Landry. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Bridgewater. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. First down, Bridgewater. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Bridgewater again. It's caught. Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Mike 38, Mike 38. Hey, let's get Sponge. No.
To the air again with Bridgewater. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 38.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Zach Cunningham. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
58, ready? Mike 58, right there. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.